a combination of the manual and a turn. It's the manual turn, unless there's a better name for it, and I'm not sure there is. So is it usable on the trails? Probably not, but it's a lot of fun, and let's have a go at doing it. I actually use this quite a lot when we're filming and we want to do a section again, so I ride back up, do a manual turn, maybe a bit of an endo as well, turn the bike around, try and do it without putting my feet down, and ride back down the trail. So I guess it is good in trial situations where you've got a really tight piece of trail and you can't ride around it. Use this with an endo, you can really turn the bike around in some small areas. Oh, that's a good one. You've got to be pretty comfortable with doing wheelies and manuals to have a go at this one, I think. But most importantly is using that rear brake, just like you're doing a manual, to stop yourself from looping out over the back, hitting that back brake and bring the front wheel down, because you'll probably use that almost every time doing a manual turn. A nice slope is going to help you do it first time. So ride up it, you can get your front wheel near the top and then pick it up and turn back around. You don't want to do it on a big steep bank where there's a long way to fall, because you probably find you do that to begin with. You might lose your balance and sort of have to jump off the back. You don't want to be rolling down the back of a hill. You can do this on berms, something like a BMX track where there's a big open berm. Just be careful, because when you spin round, your rear tyre might sort of really chew up the dirt. So somewhere like this, it doesn't really matter. It's a good space to do it. A slope that you can fit your full bike length on is probably quite nice as well. So start off, don't ride directly up it like that, actually come at a bit of an angle, so you're sort of cheating a little bit, but making it less of a turn. And as your front wheel almost gets to the top of this bank, then you need to initiate the manual by down and back with the hips. Obviously you are going up a bank, so you don't need to do it too much, otherwise you will loop out straight away. So just bring your weight back, arms are gonna go straight, but also at the same time you need to start the turn. So literally turn the bars into this. And what you might find is you sort of do that and then stall. To actually keep the corner going, you've really got to start looking around and turning your hips and chest into it to try and wrench the bike around. The hard part here to begin with is keeping your weight above the bike so you don't lose balance and tip over. You need to be slightly over the inside of the bike to make sure the bike is coming around. One of the biggest differences with this compared to a normal manual always talk about keeping your arms straight so that basically the bike stays straight, because your sort of arms come back with you, hands come back with you, and you should keep your balance. But with this, you're really trying to turn the bike. So this is where I am, like using muscle to try and lift the front wheel and then place it down where I need to. So you kind of will lose balance a little bit, but that's all part of doing this in the first place. Also, I will sometimes actually pedal into it. I feel like my front wheel's not gone as high as I'd hoped, and I'm sort of halfway round. Rather than let it drop there, I'll actually crank a little bit, try and keep the front wheel up a little bit longer to get it turned round. To begin with, you almost want your momentum to stop and your front wheel is up at that highest point. And that's when you put pressure against your leading foot or grab your rear brake if you're starting to loop out. And that's when the sort of pivot should happen, your front wheel carving around in the air. As with any cornering move, sort of looking around is going to help. More in this situation, just to sort of start twisting your body into it to get the bike following. What you may notice that in every single one I've done so far, I'm turning to my right because I'm riding left foot forward. It's just much easier to turn into your back foot. I'm not very good at doing it the other way, so it's worth a bit of practice. Oh, I can do it both ways though, I'm that good. Once you've got a feel for it, try adding a bit more speed so you don't stop and pivot, you sort of roll through it. Ooh, to give it a lot of back brake there. I was looping out. Oh, lost my balance. Getting dizzy. You could start bringing in the wheelie to this as well, so rather than just manning around, actually use some power to do it. It's definitely a Akrigg move. You see him doing it in much harder situations than this, to be fair. And he paddles off like mad. And Akrigg is the master of that skill and doing massive, dangerous things in quarries in Spain. If you want to see how to take your manual to the next level, that one's up there. If you want to see Martin pull me and Blake apart and show us how to ride trials properly, down there for that one, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.